Hi guys, it's Marianne, the Frugal Chef. Hey, let's make some cinnamon swirl bread. This is really good stuff, guys. Let's make it. In this bowl, I have 3 teaspoons of dry active yeast, which I activated with half a cup of warm water. The water was about 110 degrees. All I did was mix it and then just let it get foamy like this. I'm going to add all my ingredients into this, and then I'm going to go ahead and knead this with my bread hook on my stand-up mixer. If you don't have a stand-up mixer, you're going to have to knead this by hand. I'm going to add an egg, which I lightly beat, a 1/4 cup of butter, which I melted obviously, a cup of yogurt. This is just plain yogurt, 2 teaspoons of salt, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 3½ cups of flour. What I'm going to do with this is start kneading it on low. Once it's all mixed, I'm going to increase the speed to about, medium. I don't want it really high. And I'm going to knead it for a good 5 minutes. I'll come back to you when this is a nice uniform dough and we're ready to let it rise. This dough is ready, guys. I want to show you, it needs to look elastic like this, nice and, not sticky. It's a uniform dough. If you're kneading it by hand, that's how you need to get it to that point. If when you're kneading it by hand, it's too sticky, then add a little more flour to it. And if it's too dry, add a little more liquid to it. It shouldn't be though, but, just in case. It will take you, I don't know, a good 15, 20 minutes maybe to get it to this point. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and 2 teaspoons of sugar to this, and I'm going to knead it into the dough by hand now. I didn't need to incorporate the cinnamon and sugar completely into the dough. I just wanted to have like a swirl, although that is not our swirl. We'll come back and we will put a filling in this. I'm now going to put this in a bowl that's lightly oiled. I'm going to cover it with a clean dish rag, and I'm going to let this rise to twice its size. I'll see you when that's done. Check out that dough. Isn't that perfect? It's doubled and then some in size. I'm going to put this on a floured board, guys, and I'm going to split it in 2. Then I'm going to roll out each half into a rectangle, which we're going to fill with some cinnamon sugar, roll tightly, and then put into a bread loaf pan. So I have a couple of bread loaf pans that are prepared. I lightly grease them. So let's do this. So I rolled out half of the piece of dough, and I'm going to lightly wet it. If you have a little sprayer, that'd be great. I don't. So just a little bit. I'm just going to wet the whole surface very lightly. I am now going to sprinkle a combination of cinnamon and sugar to this. It's equal parts. This particular amount I have here is a 1/4 cup of cinnamon with a 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm now going to roll this nice and tight and kind of stretch it out. I want to have a loaf. Seal the edge like that and seal the ends as well. So now kind of push on the ends and you have a nice little loaf of bread. And then we're going to put it in our pan. So I'm going to do the same with the other half, and I'm going to cover these again with a clean dish rag, and I'm going to let them rise so that they're a little higher than the pan here. Okay, our bread has risen again. It's not as tall as I would have wanted to be, but this is fine. I don't think it's going to rise more than this. We're going to brush these with some melted butter. I have an oven heating at 350 degrees, and these are going to bake for about 40-45 minutes. I'm going to sprinkle these with some more of that cinnamon sugar. Okay, let's bake these. I wish you guys could smell this kitchen right now. The bread and the cinnamon. I'm gonna go ahead and let these cool down for a good 2 hours before I cut them. I do not want my bread to collapse, and it will if I cut into it. I'm gonna let them cool down for maybe 30-40 minutes in the pan. Then I'll turn them over and just get them out of the pan and pull them put them on a cooling rack. Let's check out our bread. I want a piece of this with some butter. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Look at that. Oh, yum. I'm going to wrap these in plastic, and tomorrow I'm going to make some French toast out of this. Yes, it's going to be absolutely amazingly delicious. And here, my friends, is our cinnamon swirl bread. Oh, that looks so perfect. It is absolutely delicious. Remember, you can come and get these recipes at the website. All of our recipes are there for you to print. Bon appetit, my friends, from thefrugalchef.com. Eat well without going broke. If you could rate and comment, that'd be absolutely cool. I will see you guys soon.